Today is July 28, 2016. Back to StocksToTrade trade recap. Going to focus on a trade that was profitable, though partially kind of, in hindsight, probably mismanaged. Hopefully you guys traded it better. So I'm going to go over, run down the normal list, but going to focus on EVOK. Not fully, but kind of played this out somewhat real time on social media. I had posted this morning, this kind of little crosshair at the 250 level, and then I drew the line just to denote when I took the, whoops, let me go back, sorry. When I took the screenshot at 840. So that 250 level was what I kind of perceived as pre-market support, and I would look to buy on bounces off of that. So kind of ground up in the pre-market and then dropped a little bit out of the gate, shot up over 3, but it was just like at this point I really wasn't ready for me yet. I saw then this next drop a little after 10, and it started trending up. And okay, so I'm thinking, okay, I got pre-market at 250. I got a little bit of an attempted washout at the open at 250. Then I got another bounce off 250 after that rip. So I'm like, okay, doesn't look like anybody wants to sell for less than 250. So I'll buy. So I got some in the 260s. And then in hindsight, I just didn't really have enough patience. But, I drew this trend line and was like, if this breaks, then I'll just take profits. This is a complete junk company. I mean, this is a definition of a day trade. I would never hold this overnight. I would never hold even if it went crazy like $3.50, $4 or whatever, I would book profits because it's a complete carcass. It's going nowhere. It'll end up right back where it came from. So I said, my plan was if this trend breaks, I'll sell. So got a push over 3, which was nice, but then it cracked 3, broke my trend line. I sold in the high 280s. So I took 25, 24 cents a share. Nothing great. But then, it kind of fades. And then this kind of push was what I was expecting, but I was expecting it back here. I really expected this to really get going just because the low float runners have been working. And, sure, it's up 40%, but what we've seen lately is 40% is nothing. Unless you get over 100%, you're barely getting started in the current climate. So in hindsight, I wish I would have took half off at that. Follow my plan. Always stick to your plan, especially these type of stocks. I mean, this thing could drop $1 right now as we're watching it. And by the way, I'm doing this video a little after 3. I got to leave right at 4 o'clock. So, and I kind of saw it it kind of looks like it's done for now. I waited and waited to do this video because I expected, even though I wasn't in, I kind of expected some fireworks into the close. It petered out again. It's staying under 3. It's probably done for. So, in hindsight, just to review, I know I already said this, but always stick to your plan, but, don't take off half, and don't just dump for 20 cents a share. I mean, I should have held half and kind of let it do its thing, trade with the house's money, maybe sell back at even or something. But all in all, an okay trade. Just the trade, I guess, was okay. It's just the setup. I just really expected this to run a lot more than it did. Everybody's bashing it on Twitter. Junk. 4 million float. Up big in pre. We've seen this before where this thing goes from 2 to 3 to 7 in one day. So even though I traded okay, kind of disappointing. Last couple, EBIO continues to kind of hang in there. Very choppy, but I mean, this thing just kind of keeps basing higher. We went over it. Let me go back and earlier in the week at this is kind of where we talked about it short and got out, and then and it just keeps basing higher. So you had the kind of this 330, then you got 350, 370s. Now you got 425. I mean, this thing, even though everybody's bashing this and calling it a complete piece of junk, I mean, that chart is pretty healthy chart. I mean, it just keeps gearing up, not gearing. I would just say kind of grinding up each day. Now it's approaching this highs in the 430s from the other day. If it breaks that, I mean, tomorrow is Friday, right? Yeah, Friday. You get your short squeezes. Guys want out before the weekend. This could really rip tomorrow. The other one we featured was kind of, it could still go somewhere. I mean, you kind of see it's pushing into the close. But Groupon, GRPN, a lot of news, earnings, big gap up, and then I was kind of watching for a strong push through 5. Didn't do that, but it pushed to 5, almost 5, and then kind of settled back to that pre-market level in the 450s. Again, a whole $0.50 amount, and then it's been steadily ticking higher. This thing pushes through 5. You could get some short scared tomorrow. So this will be back on watch, though. Really no trade for me. It just. Even though it based at 450, I just wasn't in love with this. It's just Groupon. I can't ever, I'll trade junky momentum stocks, but Groupon's just so played out, I guess, for lack of a better term. But last one that I missed, but was a huge rip, was DELT. Halted a bunch of times. I mean, man, tough to play, but it's interesting. I mean, if you had your percentage gainers and your screeners running, you maybe could have caught, a pretty good movement here. I know a lot of guys did. I was watching and actually was trading EVOK, EVOK, too many E stocks today. But it just, I was busy with others, missed it, but, that is what it is. So a good day, stick to your trade plans, and we'll see you tomorrow.